Hey everybody, it's time for another Redneck review, and today we're doing Star Wars Ongoing number 11. Alright, now if you know anything about me from my videos, you know I have two favorite loves. Well, three favorite loves. Marvel, Star Wars, and Transformers. I, uh, I absolutely love those three things almost as much as I love my God or my wife. So I am very, very happy to be doing Star Wars Episode 11. This is a $2.99 book, and we are in the middle of the first arc here. This is scripted by Brian Wood and art by Carlos D. Anda, the two great people. They've been doing this for a while. We find ourselves in this first issue back in the 11 on the Devastator, the personal flagship of Lord Vader, that was under the control of him until recently when he failed at a very dangerous assignment and just was removed from it. He got sent to take care of the Death Star first. Alright, well, we have another Imperial officer. We found them. They've managed to intercept a rebel fleet, like we saw in the last Redneck Review issue of this. And this Star Destroyer is more than a match for all these ships. They're basically, you know, they're like frigates to a complete dreadnought we have here. They're just no match. And we find one of the commanders on there. He goes, "Oh dear, they're firing on us." C-3PO yells out, "We need to get to the war room, man. This way, of course. This is critical juncture for the rebellion, 3PO. I want you by my side at all times." So he's basically recording him. There is a large squadron of TIE fighters headed straight for this fleet. In the middle of this squadron are Wedge Antilles and Luke Skywalker, who are planning to switch sides the minute they get a chance. But they're right in the middle of this, squadron, so they can't just leave whenever they feel like. As the fleet's getting blasted, Wedge, we have to do something. They're over here watching as their own guys getting shot in an enemy fighter. "We are doing something, Luke. We're staying alive," he tells him. He goes, "They won't." He goes, "Think about it. We break formation and sprint for home. One will be challenged, and then fired upon, assuming we aren't hit by fire from one of the turbo laser batteries." So they're in these fighters, these enemy fighters, and no one knows if it's them or anything else. So he tells them, "So what do we do?" Luke asks at the fleet. "Most of the ships are transporters and freighters. They're no match for a Star Destroyer." Of course they're not, like I said earlier. He goes, "Crap, we see from, so you can see out the window in this one issue right here. You can see out there. And they're firing, and it's just like one of those it's just like in the movie where you saw the Emperor looking out the window at those flickering lights. They did such a good job of this, of recapturing certain moments of the movie for me. And they're just in this squadron. They don't know what to do." He says, "They won't, not until we set down in home one's hangar and pop the hatch. This is where we find out what kind of pilots we both are, Luke. Copy that, Wedge. You can count on me." And this is a younger Luke Skywalker, if I didn't reiterate that. He's not the Jedi Master or Grand Jedi that he will be. But anyway, we find ourselves back on Home 1. We have an incoming, back where the commanders of the fleet are. Because we have an incoming X-Wing, just dropped out at light speed, unmarked, but it's transmitting a friendly code. "Let it through. Damage report, we lost 9 small craft, heavy damage 2 cruisers. All other reports light damage, Home 1 shields are holding. But ma'am, our engines took an ion hit." An ion cannon, basically in Star Wars, knocks out all energy in a ship, so it's dead in space. Their main ship is dead in space. Well, we have the X-Wing coming in, and it's actually Leia from the last issue. She's come back home, and she's getting ready to jump right back out in the middle. She goes, "Senator Organa, get the fighter refueled. Now, I'm taking her back out. Pilots, gather around me. We don't have much time." So Leia just got off this deadly mission where she almost died and suffocated and hadn't had anything to, and she's getting ready to go back out there and take the fight to the enemy. "Princess Leia, if we didn't already know, you are a bad woman. We love you." We miss you in the Star Wars universe, but hopefully we're going to get you back here soon. Alright, so anyway, we have, like I said, Bircher here, the hotshot Empire commander who took the Star Destroyer from Darth Vader. He says he's over here leading this assault wing. He goes, Bircher here, the Rebel fleet's 2 clicks out. Safety's off, weapons hot. Open fire on my command. Forget Yavin, let's show this scum what it means to go up against the squadron of elite Imperial fighters. He goes, Ray, and this there. Remember, Luke and Wedge are in the middle of this thing. He goes, Ray, Luke, I'm ready when you are. All of a sudden, our 2 stolen TIE interceptors flee the rest of the squadron, and the rest of the squadron of the Imperial fighters is like, what's going on? Pilots, FG-179 and FH-188, you are out of position. Return formation immediately. Well, they don't, and as you can imagine, they start firing on them. So we have our 2 incoming Imperial fighters, who are Luke and as they start to go headfirst to a mad dash to Home 1, the main ship in this Rebel fleet, and we have this lovely picture of Leia and all the Rogue Squadron pilots looking out there. The ships are coming. I know you can't see it; it's pixelated, but they're coming in, and the whole deck is just shot. And all of a sudden, the hatch on the TIE fighter opens up, and you see Luke and Wedge holding their helmet up like this, like, don't fire. I thought it was cool. Well, anyway, we find ourselves in the asteroid belt in the Colaria system, where Han Solo and Chewbacca run errands with a new smuggler who takes them to this asteroid field, and they get there and they find out that she's led them not just to an asteroid, it's a holding tank. It's basically a storage room for a couple of smugglers, and he calls me. He goes, I think I'm in love with this woman because she has this entire ships and bonds and supplies, and he's never met anybody quite like that. So it's a new take on Han Solo that he likes someone else. I don't particularly like that. I like Han Solo and Princess Leia together always. That's my opinion on it as a Star Wars fan. Well, anyway, I don't want to dwell too deep on that because I'm not going to dignify that story with a response. But we find ourselves back in the battle. Wedge and Luke have been sent out into the field in their fighters, so they're in the battle now. Things are blowing up quite quickly, just like you'd imagine in the Star Wars stuff. It goes, who are those guys? The Emperor's best. Watch your 6, everyone, and don't stop and wait for your kill confirmations. Keep moving. I can't keep track of them all. They're everywhere. Don't lose it, Luke. You can do this. So Luke's, like I said, he's still not the best pilot. And he comes in here. He's talking to some of the other pilots. One of his best friends is out here. He goes, Princess Leia will kill me, but I sliced the tactical comms. Just wanted to tell you to come back to me. I need to make it up to you for leaving you before. It's Pereth, his girlfriend for this part of this era. I think she's going to die at some point because, we all know who Luke ends up with. She goes, I will. Luke and her have a little thing going on. Like I said, I don't like it. But anyway, the battle keeps going on, and not much to really report, but all of a sudden another one of these fighters comes in flying through to Home 1. And Mothma, the commanding officer of this fleet, she was in the movie, but she doesn't, open number 5 hangar is clear. See if the pilot will come in. So I thought this was weird. What goes on is Bircher, the commanding officer of the Devastator, comes out. He goes, he was a spy the whole time. The guy who took over the Devastator was a spy. I mean, now the rebels we know how they're getting all their stuff through. And you, my dear nephew, it turns out he was the nephew of Mothma, one of the leaders of the rebellion. Cruel irony. Well, for the end of this story, we find ourselves on the Death Star with Darth Vader. He's being informed of the Devastator has been punched. And the launch of escape pods. He finds out that the Devastator has been taken over, and his private ship is gone. He goes, line up perfectly with the aborted attack on the Rebel fleet, Bircher. Missing in action. Where is Varcia now? Unknown, Lord Vader, and her message concludes with a personal appeal for your forgiveness. She will die, of course. So we get the old school Vader that I grew up with. So I'm kind of happy with that one. Along with the rest of those miserable Alliance, I should never have been sidelined as I was. He goes, this awesome picture of Lord Vader right here. He goes, Lord Vader, you also have an incoming message request from Emperor Palpatine. Prepare my personal shuttle. I'll take it en route. So, regardless of what the Emperor is saying, he's going to go and he's going to attend to this. Well, guys, that is your Redneck review from Star Wars Ongoing number 11. This is a $2.99 book, Rebels versus the Empire. For the entire story, I'm going to give it a perfect story of 5. I'm going to give it a story of 4.5 because you have to read other issues to get the main story of this. But the art, it is a 5 by all counts. I mean, just beautiful, very fluid. It has great poses of everyone I like, and I can see them walking. It's not like just a pose for that; it's a movement pose. So, guys, that's your Redneck review for Star Wars Dark Horse number 11. Remember, guys, give me your comments. If you don't like how I'm doing this, then do a review or tell me in the comments below. I would love to hear your opinion. Tell me what I'm doing right. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. This has been your Redneck review from Robert the Red Prince. God bless you all. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.